Hey, all right. Shalom. Kahalo Yahweh. Bahasham Yahushai. Bahasham Waha Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to your Akim pushing this word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Amathia from the GMS Dallas camp. I wanted to go into a quick lesson. Lord willing, this to be edifying. I want to go into how Esau is going into how Isaiah 19, how the Egyptian going to the Egyptian. We'll get into that. This is how the video is going to show right here. And I have another video showing how the curses are coming upon Esau, which is the so-called white man. All right. So let's go ahead and get to this first one here. Lord willing, this will be edifying.
Now to a disturbing shooting on a Kennesaw Country Club golf course. Cobb County police are still working to track down the suspect who shot and killed 3 people over the weekend, including pro golfer Gene Siller. As Maurice Sirianni explains, the motive is still unknown.
It all happened here over the weekend at the Pine Tree Country Club. Police are now investigating this as a triple homicide. A day after Gene Siller's body was found, Cobb County Police announced the bodies of 2 other men were located. Investigators say they were discovered in the bed of a Ram 3500 pickup truck located at the Country Club's golf course. One of the men was identified as Paul Pearson, registered owner of the truck. The other man has not yet been identified. Police say Siller was shot in the head Saturday when the same truck drove onto the green. He went over to investigate and was found dead near the 10th hole. The Georgia PGA issuing this statement expressing condolences. Members here tell us they're still in shock.
It didn't hit me until later, that this happened at our country club. It was still can't believe it. A really nice guy, greeted everyone, treated everyone with respect, really good guy.
Friends and community members have started a GoFundMe for the family of Gene Siller. We have a link to that right now on 11alive.com. Just click on this story.
Oh boy, yeah, it was such tragedy. Hey, this is look at the devil on the screen. Hey, this is the man that is who he is. You know what I'm saying? This is the man that's actually running the world. He actually is put us in a state of demise. As you look at the nation of Israel, you look at the so-called Negroes in the hoods. Shit, now you can look at the suburbs in some areas because they have cut the middle class. Look at the what they call them, the barrios. I'm saying it correctly. You know what I'm saying? The so-called Latin tribes. You look at the reservations. This is where the nation of Israel dwells. This is where has been orchestrated an agenda, plan has been developed and brought forth throughout years and generations to undermine the nation of Israel, get us away from our power, and do what? Put us into a trodden down state, But all this is going to come back on Esau Edom, right? Let's get a couple of scriptures here. You know what? I got a quick one here. This is Psalms, because what you see, Esau is coming forth and doing what? Wreaking havoc upon his prestige places at a country club. That ain't where you don't see Jake walking around the country clubs. This is Psalms 137 verse 7. Let me bring it down some if I can. Oh, why does look? All right. This is Psalms 137 verse 7. It says, "Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof." And they look and say, raise it for what? to the nation of Israel, and that's going to be desolate. Okay, let's verify that. Oh, Salaki, wrong one. I like to go to the reverse linear. I'm gonna scroll down. And Edom is the so-called white man. It says, let me get the term here. Ara. Okay, so what did that say here? It says to be bare, to nude, uncover, leave, destitute, discover, empty, raise, pour out, to bear, lay bare, to lay bare and empty. So this is what they were going to do to the nation of Israel, to make naked, strike bare, right? And now this was coming to them. A recompense is coming. You got Isaiah 19:2. You know, it says where it says, "I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor." You know, this is what we saw right here. You know, and it was some famous
One of the men was identified as
golfer.
Paul Pearson, registered owner of the truck. The other man has not yet been identified. Police say Siller was shot in the head Saturday when the same truck drove onto the green. He went over to investigate and was found dead near the 10th hole. The Georgia PGA issued.
Hey, that was some type of assassination right there, and they were putting, that was they was putting something out there like, look at this. That was to point out. That was for someone to see. Put it in the 10th hole. That resembles something. But either or, this is what's coming upon them. This is the Egyptian going against the Egyptian. All right. And this is what they're going to get because they went through what? The nation of Israel. They saying, let's make the nation of Israel desolate. In Psalms 83, it says that he wanted to cut us off of being a nation. Let's get going here. Verse 8, it says, O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee, that thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth the little ones against the stones. So he's dashing the little one against the stones. Just like when they had our little ones at gator bait. All right? That was harsh. Just like when they had the little ones hanging on the tree. Raping and ravaging our little ones. Burning our little ones to death. This is something that you have to look at when you see where their recompense is going to come to. It's going to come to Esau in a like manner. And it's going to be double unto him.
We turn our attention now to a disgusting display that led to charges being filed against one South Jersey man and brought a community together.
You see, Jake, he was at a disgusting display
That led to charges being filed against one South Jersey man and brought a community together in protest.
A large one, in fact. It all started with the video showing the 45-year-old Mount Laurel resident screaming racist slurs and threatening his neighbors on Friday. In the now viral clip, he called for people to show up at his home, and that is exactly what has happened.
Action News reporter George Solis live in that neighborhood with this developing story. George, let us know what you're learning about this.
Yeah, Greg and Sarah, this has been a very active scene here all morning and afternoon. Protesters have been growing by the hour. Many of them prepared to stay for the long haul. Many of them prepared with signs. Many of them with chairs. Take a look behind you. You can see some of the activity here as they have staged outside of this man's home. This crowd has grown exponentially, especially as more people have watched this already viral video. Now, things have been peaceful, but there have been a few tense moments. tensions and tempers flared Monday on Gramercy Way in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. The anger and outrage centered on this.
Back up. Keep backing up. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
An explosive interaction between neighbors caught on video back on July 2nd is now part of a police investigation.
Walk away. It's not Africa. Oh, this is not Solomon or wherever. I was born in America. So you know
According to police, the man in the video in the green shirt is 45-year-old Edward Cagney Matthews.
Hold on, maybe I heard that wrong. He said he had to say 35.
45-year-old Edward Cagney Matthews. According to police, the man in the video in the green shirt is 45-year-old
45,
Cagney
okay.
Matthews.
I was like, he said 25. You know, he saw don't age well.
Matthews now faces harassment and vice intimidation charges connected to the dispute that, according to neighbors, stem from months of issues with the development's HOA board, including this racial slur written on a board member's fence and years of allegations of harassment.
Now, what we just read, he putting allegations on this fence. He want to get rid of them. That's what Esau, the white man, is trying to do. Okay, he's trying to get rid of them. This is Psalms 137, as we just read. Remember, O children, remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Right? This is him want to make him desolate.
Matthew appeared to address in the video as he used a slur.
Bumping to him, want him to do something to him, so he can say he the victim. Bumping him with the big ass belly.
After racial slur.
And you want to know where I was when all this happened? I don't care. At work. I don't care where you were. At morgue. Just like I told the Mount Laurel police.
The tirade continued even as an officer showed up.
You know what? Hold on. No. I'm going to let you do your thing. Go talk to these.
Before the video ends, Matthew gave out his home address, seemingly encouraging protesters who arrived on cue. Matthews later came out to address the crowd, only to be ushered back inside his home.
We're not just going to let him harass.
Yeah, because Jake, like you say, he's coming in there, he's getting riled up. And then we're at those times. All right? Yeah, you can have them 2/3 out there, and sooner or later there ain't going to be no laws out there for you. And there's going to be a lot of Esau, you're going to be getting your ass handed to you. Now, Jake going to be getting that done too, because like you say, overall, the military is going to come, but they're going to be coming, trying to put the law down on everyone. All right? This is, but as we see, he riled Judah up. He gave his address out. Their social media, he gets people done up. This is Genesis 49:9. It says, Judah is a lion whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion. And as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? And who is going to rouse him up? Yahweh Shai. And he's going to put people in this state of mind, you know what I'm saying? Working the men upon their bed. He didn't know he was going to wake up this morning to come out here and get started with this man, you know what I'm saying? This white man didn't know that. Esau didn't know that. What did he do? Now look what happened. He ran Jacob.
Harass people, especially black people.
Through the spirit of Yahweh
This
Shai.
community or any community.
Jasmine Tazinski and her mother, Aaliyah Robinson, showed up to protests and claimed they too were victimized by Matthews in years past.
I tried. We have tried to get justice. And if we got justice, this wouldn't be happening now.
And again, a live look at the scene here in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Again, protesters coming in and out. These crowds.
And he said he was doing that to him in years past. But look what he's done to us in these years past. You know what I'm saying? Let me get another one here. Because this man has raped, robbed, and murdered the nation of Israel. So now, you know what I'm saying? It's time for for Jake to be roused up, for the elect to stand up, and you know what I'm saying? Hold on, I think I got to go down. So that's what I'm looking for. For the elect, you know what I'm saying? To get ready to get up out of here, and we know we got to go through Jacob's trouble, which we're basically in the midst of seeing the start of Jacob's trouble. We seeing the bounds being set. Okay, the snares being said by Esau Edom to what it say, Revelation 12:12. Rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them, for the devil has come with great wrath, knowing he has a short time. He's coming down on the nation of Israel, you so-called Black, Latinos, the Native Americans. Rather paraphrasing Revelation 12:12. This is Obadiah 1, verse 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Right? And like you say, this going to what? Thy brother Jacob. What are you talking about? Jacob and Esau. Esau, ever since he came out the womb, has been sought to do what? To slay his brother Jacob. To slay his branches. And he's been doing that ever since he's been in rulership. All right? This is his MO. But like you said, it's going to be a overturn, okay? The Lord is going to put the curses on him. We went through them curses, you know what I'm saying? Going to Deuteronomy 28, all right? 15 on down. So now a righteous kingdom is getting ready to come upon the earth, and we're going to get, you know what I'm saying, Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14. Okay, so this is Deuteronomy 30:7 right now. It says, and Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee and will persecute thee. Okay, so who has hated and persecuted on us? Who put us in a cargo slave ship that we was stacked up upon each other? You know what I'm saying? Using the bathroom on one another, dying, and we had to sit there and live with dead bodies. It was in such a poor condition where you had Jake just jumping out the boat. Didn't want to eat, trying to starve to death. They putting knocking your teeth out and putting food down so you try to make, to keep you alive. Gator bait. And then we went into Isaiah when he talking about bashing the little ones. You know what I'm saying? Psalms 137, bashing the little ones. Why can't we say that? That's been done for years and years and generations. Okay? But like it says in Deuteronomy 30:7, this double day is coming where the curse is going to be put upon thine enemies. And who is thine enemy? The so-called white man. That is the enemy of the earth. The earth is rejecting his rulership. So we need new rulership. Okay? You know what? I want to show something here. This is like massacres in the U.S. history. And I just want to kind of just scroll through, starting in 1637. And you'll notice that a lot of these will be you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? Which makes up the Northern and Southern Kingdom. But it's not about color because we are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. But look at this. From May 26, 1637, if I'm saying it correctly, the Pequot massacre. Hundreds of Pequot villagers were massacred by the Puritans in Mystic, Connecticut. Okay, just scroll here. The attack on the Apalachicola River. All right. The election, look at this. Irish, those Jakes, massacres. And you're going to know it's going to always have so-called African Americans and also Latinos and like I said, the Northern Kingdom, the Indians, all right, Mexicans. Look at this. This is Esau's. This is what he's done to us. this recompense is going to come back on them. Skeletal Cave, you know what I'm saying? From the 1800s. Look at that. White attacks in 1874. Whites attacked and killed many black citizens who had organized for a black sheriff to remain in office during the Vicksburg Massacre. Massacre because they wanted to keep somebody in office. You're not going to read about this in your history book. This is the damn devil that basically has put this upon you. Let's go all the way to the end. You see how far we started? We're just now in the 1897. This man have a plethora of history of massacring you niggas and spicks. You know what I'm saying? The recompense coming upon him. Look at this. September 30, 1919, Elaine Massacre. Black farmers were massacred in Elaine, Arkansas for their efforts to fight for better pay and higher cotton prices. A white mob shot at them and the farmers returned and fired in self-defense. Estimates range from 100 to 800 killed and 67 survivors were indicted for inciting violence. Now, you know, majority of this was you Negroes, you Israelites. Look how much hate he's put upon you. But yet you want to be equal to him, but you're better than him. Look, all the way to 2015. You remember the Charles and Church Massacre? 9 African American church goers were gunned down inside a church in an act of white supremacist terrorism. And what happened after that? They took him to Burger King and had it his way before they took him to jail. He's probably somewhere chilling now. All the way to 2018. So this was a long history of you Israelites getting massacred by Esau from 1637 all the way to 2018 on the Zen Education Project. And now the recompense is coming upon him. You know what I'm saying? Get a couple more here. All right, this is Isaiah 10. Let's go on to verse 12. It says, "Wherefore it shall come to pass that when Yahweh has performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria and the glory of his high looks." And who is like to the king of Assyria today? Esau. And who is his high looks? You can read about that in Obadiah, okay? He exalts himself as an eagle, okay? But he's going to punish the fruit of the stout. And he's the stout right now. Who can own all the nuclear missiles? You know what I'm saying? Who be in all the world-changing meetings and things like the summits and things like that? Esau. Okay. This is Isaiah 14, verse 1. It says, "For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." Now, if we're the nation of Israel, because you'll have Jake walk by, yeah, we know the nation of Israel, but what about the white man? If they captured us and had us in slave ships and things like this, and we're the apple of the Lord's eye, won't the recompense be coming to them? You know? The new king, the king of Assyria, the one with the stout heart, this is who the Lord is going to punish. And the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, because they don't want to follow the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So the Lord is not going to put that mercy upon them, and it's not going to deliver them during that time. Lord willing, we are those men. Right? So Lord willing, hope this was edifying. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Racha, Kadash. The honors to the apostles, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.